Listen, your Uncle Bob is going to tell you a truth most people don't see today. Think about this. A small decision you make today can either lead you to a comfortable life years from now or keep you struggling with money for the rest of your life. Your Uncle Bob is telling you clearly, you don't need to be rich, you don't need a high salary or a big business for this. The real issue is much simpler, but most people miss it. There is a small but constant mistake, my friends. And this mistake keeps people stuck in the same place for years without even realizing it. Today, almost everyone earns money, but they don't keep it. They earn, but they don't save. From the outside, everything looks normal. Phone, clothes, food, life. But by the end of the month, there's nothing left in the pocket. And the most dangerous part is this. Most people don't even realize this is wrong. Your Uncle Bob wants to give you an example, my friends. Imagine a young man. Every month he says, "This month I will save money." But when the month ends, there's nothing left. A coffee, a meal, small expenses, and the money disappears. Years pass, but nothing changes in his life. Then one day he looks back and says, "Why am I not moving forward?" The answer is very simple, because he never started. If an emergency happens, a small car breaks down, an unexpected expense shows up, many people immediately struggle. This is not only low-income earners. Even people with good jobs are in the same situation. Because the problem is not how much you earn, but how you manage money. Your Uncle Bob is telling you very clearly, getting out of this situation is not hard. Saving a small amount every month is enough, not a big amount. Some people say, "That's too little, it won't make any difference." But Uncle Bob just smiles at that. Because it's not about the amount of money, it's about the habit. Real wealth doesn't happen in one moment. It is built slowly, with small savings every month. And those who do this eventually realize that money slowly starts to grow. But the most important point is this. You cannot do this by trying to remember every month, because people forget, delay, and give up. So the solution is this. As soon as your money arrives, automatically set aside a part of it without thinking. There is also something very important, my friends. Think about a friend of Uncle Bob. He was earning well, but had no savings. One day, a small health issue came up and everything fell apart. That day he understood that earning money is not enough. You need something saved on the side. That's why you should have a small emergency fund that can support you for a few months. Because life doesn't always go as planned. And there is the truth about debt, my friends. If you have debts that keep growing, you need to reduce them first. Because it is very hard to save money while you have debt. Uncle Bob is telling you clearly, trying to move forward with debt is like carrying water in a bucket full of holes. First you fix the holes, then you start saving. Now we come to the most important part, my friends. How does money grow? If this small saving continues regularly, it slowly starts to grow over time. At first it looks very slow. You might even think, is it worth it? But then something happens. Money starts growing by itself. Small gains accumulate. Then those gains also start growing. And over the years, the speed increases. Rich people are not lucky, my friends. They are patient. They don't spend money too early. They keep it in the system. But the hardest thing here is not money. It's patience. Because everyone wants to see results immediately. But money loves slow growth. After a while you realize something, my friends. Saving money starts to feel better than spending it. Because now you are not only thinking about today, but also tomorrow. And as your account grows, a sense of confidence builds inside you. This confidence changes a person's life. And your Uncle Bob tells you another truth, my friends. Real freedom is not having a lot of money. It is having options. Being able to change your job if you want, take risks if you want, rebuild your life if you want. That is freedom. And this freedom comes from savings. But the most important thing is this. Time does not come back. If you don't start today, tomorrow will be harder. Waiting for the perfect moment is a trap. Everyone says one day, but that day never comes. The best time may already be gone, but the second best time is always now. Your Uncle Bob is with you. Start small, but start today.